for life.
Good morning. It is Casual Friday, March 20th, 2026. The Inside Hero broadcast is the news entertainment broadcast for all veterans, first responders, and blue collar Americans. This show is brought to you by GhostBed. Go to ghostbed.com/antihero. Save 10% on their already ridiculously low prices, pillowcases, mattress toppers, cooling pad technology sheets, and the award-winning mattresses. Free shipping, free returns. Got to replace something in the bedroom. Go to ghostbed.com/antihero, and it'll tell them that we sent you and save you 10%. And Elevated Silence. Go to elevatedsilence.com. Use promo code antihero15. Save 15% off your can. Exercise your Second Amendment right. Get yourself a can, everything from 22s to 50 cals. You need a suppressor, they will help you out. The process is not as difficult as it might seem. Jim's a good dude. He'll walk you through the process. ElevatedSilence.com. Use promo code antihero15. Save 15%. We got some sad news to kick off the day with.
Can we use my meme?
Yeah.
Right
Oh,
here.
my bad, dude.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris was confirmed dead 1 hour ago by his Instagram page. He beat life. Chuck Norris didn't die. He just decided to stop breathing.
Yeah, that's. I saw him went to the hospital yesterday, and 86.
Yeah, I didn't know he was. Yeah.
I mean, obviously very healthy. Make it 86.
We're going to go into his Instagram.
He's posting on his Instagram still. That's pretty good, man.
His family is you fucking jerk. All right, let's see. Heavy heart that the family shares the sudden passing of beloved Chuck Norris yesterday morning. While we would like to keep circumstances private, please know that we're surrounded by friends and family and was at peace. So, which is kind of crazy because if you look at his Instagram, it's not crazy. It's just kind of surreal. He posted this like 2 weeks ago.
I don't age. I level up. I don't age.
So it's kind of like one of those things when you.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
When you're that age, man, it's I guess maybe just the most mundane thing. Send you to the hospital. I mean, because unless he had something that they just weren't saying anything about, which is obviously right.
He's in Hawaii, I guess, on vacation. It's a medical emergency, but I can imagine. Like, here's what I think, because we know everything, we see everything. Like our parents and our grandparents watched like just news. That's all I got is a picture in a newspaper. So maybe found out a day later, 2 days later. We see that shit like in real time. And we like become parts of their lives more so. Like I watched Arnold walk into the classic the other day, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's beat, old. Ronnie Coleman, like can barely walk, old. Like all the people we watched, movie star, like we're gonna watch it all unfold, dude, in like real time with more information and pictures and videos. You just feel more connected, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, because you see their lives, 40, 50, 60 years ago. So-and-so died. Okay, that's it. There's a newspaper article. It's on the news for 10 minutes. There's a newspaper. You read about it, and it was like, that's it. There was no real videos to go reflect on. You had to go get a VHS tape, maybe watch the old movie.
We couldn't go to their Instagram and be like, 2 weeks ago, he posted this, or
the conspiracy part. Like, he looked fine there. Now he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, it's AI.
It's AI or I mean, I don't think it's the case in Chuck Norris, but is there a clone involved now? Is he really dead?
Yeah, they were saying that about the Prime Minister of Israel. Like for 2 weeks, they said he was dead, and then he came on TV last night. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not dead." And then all the comments were, "We wish you were." It was like, "Fuck it." The world we live in. Well, that's bad news. It's like, well, that's bad news. We wish you were. It was just like, oh my god.
But yeah, old Chuck Norris. And you know what's crazy is I could never go back and watch the Expendable movies now, just because of all those guys. None of them are in good shape.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
I met Ronnie Coleman. Were you with me?
No.
I met him at, I want to say, street cop training one year, and he wasn't like there mentally. He wasn't there physically. He was promoting his Ronnie Coleman supplement line that he had nothing to do with.
Yeah. You feel bad, like those dudes, like a guy like that at the peak of their careers, it wasn't lucrative. There wasn't money involved much. They had to win very little. Now, imagine Ronnie Coleman coming through now with his personality, the massive weight, and being able to market on social media. And oh my God, dude, like it's a shame to see those older guys just they didn't make much money. Like even wrestler, you go back to wrestlers how we're making nothing. Now these guys are millionaires. Like Ronnie Coleman, right now with his charisma and attitude and the way he operates he would be a billionaire, dude. And
Yeah.
he's struggling to sell some supplements. He can, watching him bend, 30-pound dumbbells and these legs are fucking just, he broke his back. Like it's a shame.
Yeah.
But
In other news,
there's a lot of news.
yeah, well, it was brought up last night on Night Shift, and not that, sorry. The lemon pound cake thing, and I I was like, wait, what? And then
Bro.
I had not put it together that they were talking about Afroman. So, and I had just found out about the Afroman thing, I think yesterday or the day before, because
Yeah.
as I was like, send this to me, and it was, I don't know I know it's Adams County. Do you know what state?
No, let me look it up. There's a super chat there.
Okay, let me read it. Chuck Norris is the only guy that can slam a revolving door. So if you guys don't know, I'll preface it once I put this up.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Ohio. So I tried to show my wife, and she's right. It's guy humor. She's like, it's not gonna be funny to a chick. Like it's guy humor. Like I started watching the lemon pound cake video, and I'm like, this is the best shit I've ever seen in my
Well,
life.
I knew, I was like, I think Mike's gonna like think this is really funny, because those guys look like corrupt fucking deputies. Like,
And they look like shit. The guns are pointed at like the fucking old school. Like he's clearing the house. The guy with the shield's just carrying it on his shoulder while a guy's not even walking behind it. It was like,
so I guess in 2022, the rapper Afroman had his home raided with a search warrant for narcotics and kidnapping. I don't know, no charges, just conspiracy, I guess. What they thought there was probable cause to enough to write a search warrant. So they do this raid in 2022. They find absolutely nothing. What's up? I can't right now. I'm live, babe. I can't really hold on. Do you need something?
Yeah.
Like, what do you need?
It's about the train.
Can it wait?
Mm-mm.
All right. I don't know. You're gonna have to make a command decision. I'm live with like 70 people viewing this. So they
At least just look.
I have the 20, it would be $900 more, and they have a room. I mean, I don't know. How much debt do you guys think we should go in for train rides?
zero.
Zero amount of debt. Zero
Zero.
debt.
Sorry. Yeah.
We got super chat from Clint. Let's all ghost the pod next week just to duck Tyler. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
She's also going to transfer me to customer service because they do veterans discounts, so we can get her.
Okay, I don't really think a 10% veterans discount on a $900
other
upcharge.
too.
Okay. All right. I mean, I can't make a decision up for $900 on a live stream, babe. Like, my initial reaction is going to be no. It's not worth going another $900 in debt for this. That we decided last night we weren't going to do, and then you woke up this morning and started wanting to do. So
maybe they're serving lemon pound cake on the train. You can get some of that.
Yeah, in 2022, he does a warrant.
You could probably fly 3 people.
Yeah, you could probably fly 4 people.
Okay.
So they do a warrant in 2022. They find nothing. It looks like they steal his money. and
Feel it.
did you see it?
No, I didn't see all that. I didn't see all the story. But I mean, Adams County. Look at this dude. You got a guy with a shield walking by. The guy with this. The reason I like this so much because this is like you see the war. I know you loaded those videos in. You're going to play them. I saw the two guys going at it on the internet. I'll wait for you to show it. But this kind of goes into that line of like how stupid fucking cops are. Like, how do you end up in a guy's house with probable cause for drugs and kidnapping and there's nothing? Like, I would be very interested.
And then you do the dumb shit. So this lemon pound cake thing is because that fat deputy walked in and he kept double taking at the lemon pound cake.
I think it's genius. So I'm gonna. Well, this isn't Patreon, but I'm gonna attempt to get Afroman on. I have a connection.
I was thinking about that.
I have a connection to him. Direct
You
connection.
do?
Yes. He
That would be
comes
awesome.
to, obviously he's not like super big anymore. He comes every year to a local bar and plays a concert, and the owner of the bar is a super good friend of mine. So I'm going to try
really cool.
That would be really cool. I'm going to try. I already reached out to Afroman. We'll see. I don't know if he'll respond, but if it doesn't work that way, I have that other connection that I'm going to attempt.
But yeah, so they do the search warrant, find nothing. I guess a year later he starts releasing these music videos that have the security footage from his home of this raid. And then about 2 years ago, the cops file a civil lawsuit. And that's what we're gonna get into because Mike's right. Some of this shit is fucking hilarious. So let's see. Wrong one.
Amtrak home killer.
What?
Clint, dude, says there's an Amtrak home killer in Brock.
Dude, this shit's fucking. You can't make this shit up, dude. You cannot
Izzo,
make this shit up.
I gotta let Izzo. Izzo's on another kick. It sounds like Izzo. If you watch Izzo and I, he brings up that female that shot a dude in. Where was it? Hold on. He brings up a dude all the time that shot a lady who shot a dude in Texas. He's been going crazy about it, and it sounds like they're arresting her. Charge her with murder.
Yeah,
It's nothing. And then the big one right now is Boston. Have you seen the Boston one?
Yeah, I got that loaded up.
Okay, that guy got arrested. Video's not out, and it's gonna go like the Renee Good. I think it sounds like it's gonna go down the line of the Renee Good. Boston's a disaster. We've talked to guys from up there. We had, one of our followers come down from up that area, and we'll meet. And it's bad up there. And I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the story. He told her it was a carjacking as well, and the guy's trying to get away, and it's the old shooting them while they're driving. So we'll see.
All right.
Afroman had the guy's ex-wife testify against him in court. That's amazing.
But dude, these videos are hilarious. So I'm just gonna go through them in order that I have them.
Look at Lisa. She raided my house. She disconnected my cameras. Then she went down on my spouse. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Y'all keep on laughing. She gonna eat your wife's pussy. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Pussy like pizza.
It couldn't have really happened. Right?
Brian.
What do you say?
That couldn't have really happened. He's just fucking with her.
Yeah, I think he's just making all this shit up. But we'll go into the reels, start getting into like what his rights are as free speech and stuff, and what they consider deputies. So
William is a pedophile. If I'm telling folks the truth, how come I have to go to trial? Newland sexting kids, that's true. Now he's stealing my money too. My proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet.
Mike, the only difference between you and Afroman is the fact that you're not black. Because right now you guys have a lot of similarities.
Dude, this is next level. Like, this is where I want to get. This is next level. Like fucking 50 Cent Petty. This is up there,
Just
right?
petty. Like, he
I
even
love
said in one of the interviews I have queued up, he even says, like, I didn't go sue them. He's like, I didn't sue the county, I didn't sue the city, I didn't sue the police department. He's like, I fucking made some music to get my door paid for.
I seen the corruption of the Adam County cops, stealing money, stealing cake. When they make they traffic stops, first they screw you, then they sue you. Play games and dismiss your claims. The proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya.
Excellent. Excellent, dude. I'm gonna start singing. I think that's my next thing. I'm gonna start singing.
Remember, you made all the songs, you never released them.
Well, yeah, one guy's gone now.
I still think you should release it on Patreon. Put a hat on, put like a green screen background as like a country bar.
Or fucking put the fucking racetrack in the background.
Yeah, dude.
Jimmy went
think
down
it's
to
fucking-
Daytona. He was looking for a race to steal. I got the whole fucking thing somewhere.
All right, here's another one.
I got the whole thing somewhere.
One of the things that really kind of upset me, I was doing an investigation as a detective, and I had to go all the way up to eastern Ohio on the Pennsylvania border. And when I walked into the deputy's room up there to talk to them, they all knew me, all knew that I'd been called a thief, lemon pound cake. You know, it's everywhere. You can go anywhere, and if people recognize you, they start that stuff, whether they're being sarcastic or what. But
God.
And has your image, your face been posted on some of these posts along with or in the context of the thief accusation?
what, according to he has posted my image, yes, several times on the internet. He sold merchandise, sweatshirts, T-shirts, things of that nature at all of his venues. Matter of fact, they were for sale at a smoke shop here in town.
The interviews get better.
We need Clint to make a song about the Mr. White sauce.
Mr. Who?
The Mr. White. He's Mr. White sauce at the Chinese place.
Oh yeah.
The special
Here's
white
another
sauce.
one.
Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims, just some living pound cake. Mama's nuclear pound cake. It tastes so nice.
Mike, the lyrics to the song had to have taken like 10 minutes to write.
I could write this song. I could write a song like this in 10 minutes, dude. You just need the beat. Like once you have the beat, you can make it. You can make this song about anything when you have the beat. Simple. Like literally, and it just doesn't have to. It's stupid. It's supposed to be stupid and funny, but
Yeah.
This is a good point. There's actually a serious point to this whole fucking thing.
What?
The Izzo factor. Like you don't understand how you're gonna end up drug into this shit when you do dumb shit. When you do dumb shit, and this was not even like TikTok. This was just trying to do their job, and whatever the fuck they did, obviously fucked it up. But man, when you go do dumb shit, I said on night shift last night, always assume there's a fucking camera watching you in somebody's house.
All right.
And on Instagram, is it fair to say that you have 247,000 followers?
Yeah, I just got some of them the other day. I made it.
You're got new ones coming all the time
Not all the time, just here lately.
because the trial's coming up.
Yeah, all the publicity from the officers lawsuing me is running up my numbers.
On YouTube, you have almost 1 million followers, 983,000. Is that right?
I haven't looked. It was 977 last time I looked.
I made it.
And on TikTok, you have about 392,000 followers.
I haven't looked at it, but that sounds kind of right.
I made it.
You have a large presence on social media, obviously, correct?
Depends on your definition of large. There's bigger people than me, but I'm all right.
And on Instagram,
I didn't think about it. Man.
So you're claiming that is the defamation statement is that he said he had sex with your wife.
Yes,
What is
And
this?
that's painted you in a false light.
it's caused tremendous pain
What
in
a
my life.
faggot.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
Oh my
We
god.
all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Now he doesn't know his wife's banging a dude.
I don't know.
Job is dead.
You don't know if your wife's cheating on you or not?
You want to go there?
No, I just want to ask that question because you said we don't know. I just
Been
need
with
to
that
answer
woman since middle school.
I know.
I would hope she
Why
would.
did you answer
You know
the
what?
question like that before,
Once
dummy?
somebody puts it out there for their fun and entertainment, it's out there,
I did it.
and it's a problem.
So it's something we cannot verify the truth of?
Look at this bitch. This dude's a cuck, man.
Is it a thing that can be verified, true or
Dude, I
false?
would have a field
Ask your
day.
client.
Mhm.
So you're claiming that is
Dude, what a fucking
Sad.
bitch. What a bitch. I would have, dude, if that was, bro, I'd have so
Nobody-
much fun if that was me.
What'd you say?
I would have so much fun with that if that was me getting cross-examined.
I know. I mean, you can almost be like, yeah,
Though.
that's
Yeah.
pretty funny. That's he made like they
You just
fell
said
right
you
into
don't
it.
know if- You just said you don't know if your wife's cheating on you, and then he asked, and you don't go there, Mr. Fucking flat top tough guy. Like, the fuck did you say it for then? These are the cops. These are the cops. This is perfect, man. These are the morons we see in those stupid videos doing dumb shit besides the pound cake, doing dumb shit on calls, blowing shit off. These are the same morons, dude, who can't have a fucking take a joke.
Yes.
It's a joke, man. It's funny.
There's a monster in that
Oh,
song.
that's a real joke.
Comedian. He exaggerates for the sake of entertainment. The same thing I knew when I was watching Johnny Carson, The Late Night Show, and SNL, Saturday Night Live, with my grandfather when I was a kid. That's all entertainment. They make fun of everybody for entertainment.
in my opinion, I fucked his wife doggy style.
Some of it was funny, some of it wasn't. Some of his jokes, like those of Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor, some of them are not tasteful, but they're still jokes. It's tasteful. Not everybody likes all music. There's some songs I hate. I think we can find plenty of people that find songs they do not like. He's a rapper and comedian. It's what. Look at the song by NWA. What do they call it? Fuck the police.
Fuck the police.
On personal, Terry print me a couple songs, rap songs. Carly B.
Carly B.
I find it bad to say what WAP means.
Who the fuck is Carly?
But
B.
then again,
Carly
I'm
B.
not the audience for that, and I know that.
Okay, first off, but to see my
Bro. This is fucking gold. Gold.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't. Let's see if you answered. Maybe come
What's
on
up,
live.
Heather?
It's just you and Mike.
Huh?
I said it's just you and Mike.
Yeah.
No, it's me, Mike, and
Oh,
104
okay.
people.
I thought you need something.
Isn't he so nice to me, everybody?
Huh?
Isn't he so nice?
Who, me? Heather wants to know if I'm so nice. I just dropped fucking $900.
No, you didn't.
Like, I didn't?
No, you
Oh.
just got a $300 refund.
Oh, so I just dropped $600. That's the difference between being
No.
married, is that?
You got a $300 refund and paid nothing.
So we don't pay any extra
No,
money
and I got $300 back, and I'm gonna get another 10% on 5,000 back for you being a
for
veteran.
you being a veteran.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Thank you
No,
for
you were
your
about to say. You were about to.
Well, I was going to say for being a veteran, but I'm
No.
referring to myself. Obviously.
Still sounds like
Yeah.
you spent a lot of money.
You're
I don't hear any.
It does.
I don't hear any
It
savings.
does sound like I spent a lot of money, doesn't it?
I don't hear any savings in there.
No savings. So there's a couple more.
The good news is you get to come back and run the whole thing next week.
Yeah, I'm a little excited.
When do you come back? When do you leave?
Tonight. I'll be in
on a plane, right?
Tomorrow on an airplane.
Good for you. Sounds like
Yeah.
some. Never mind.
Called Officer Pound Cake, Mr. Foreman.
Multiple times.
You
You
were
received hundreds of pound cakes at work.
And the context of that name comes from a music video that Mr. Foreman created, correct?
All right. So first off,
They used to call me
This
the
guy
ball-headed sucker. I mean, could I sue
this
him?
guy receiving hundreds of pound cakes at work is the funniest thing because there's nothing malicious about it. Mike, if you got called Officer Pound Cake and it went viral, I'm
I
bringing a
would have
pound cake. to the
shirts,
studio.
hats. I would have fucking merch. I would be taking
Yeah.
pictures. These
guys are.
This is your average cop. This is that cocksucker that makes the meme about you. This is your average fucking cop. This is what I see these guys as. This is your average stick in the mud fucking dude who has no sense of humor, no ability to fucking, and then they do dumb shit. This is cops, dude. This is fucking alert the tone. This is cops.
Keep it alive, baby.
These are cops. But if I got nicknamed something like that, and people would send me pound, I would make the biggest fucking social media craze about it. I would be famous. I did it. Took my fucking shirt off and danced around like a fucking faggot, and that worked. So let me get called Pound Cake, and I'll fucking capitalize.
Dude, some of the shit I've been called on the internet last year. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I would take lemon pound cake in a heartbeat.
It's a good thing they didn't start sending transmissions to the studio. We wouldn't be able to move them. They're too heavy. They're too heavy.
Sorry,
Speaking
what?
of that, I said it's a good thing they didn't start sending transmissions to the studio. We wouldn't be able to move them. They'd be too heavy.
That's funny.
There's a fucking
But yeah,
FedEx package you have to deal with too when you get back. They keep sticking the fucking thing on the door.
I think it's our camera.
No, it's not.
It's not?
That's still in negotiations. Yeah, I don't think it's shipped.
I didn't order anything from FedEx.
Yeah, maybe it's another lawsuit.
Probably fucking Brent's.
Another
I
lawsuit.
remember Brent yelled at me once, and I yelled at him back, and he wasn't used to it. He would get things sent to the studio, except they don't leave it at the studio if you get what's that called when you got to get a signature?
Yeah. They tell you have to go pick it up.
Yeah. So they'd stick it on the thing. And he's like, one day he yells at him. He fucking freaks out and goes, if you just sign the back, they'll leave it. And I'm like looking around. I'm like, are you talking to Drew or me? I was like, because I don't work for you, dude. Like, I don't work for FRCC. Like, I don't sign things for you and do things for you that where you then yell at me for not doing them.
Well, he doesn't really work much anyway. He has a girl doing all his every DM message answer, so it's not like he does much.
Mm-hmm. I cannot believe he brought back Vanessa. There's people I ran into a guy the other day at Liberty Risk Podcast. The second guy on this trip that mentioned, he goes, I think your social media girl follows me. I was like, no,
not ours.
Yeah, not ours. I was explaining to him. He goes, oh yeah, she's definitely in it for the clout. Like everybody can see right through it.
Well, I mean, I don't give a fuck. Like, you can't be authentic when you have somebody else running your fucking messages. Like, that's not authentic, dude. I don't care what you say. I can understand when you get to like millions and millions of it's got to be impossible. Like the fact that like certain guys answer, like dudes almost in the millions have answered me. Pretty cool. I know what it's like with 80,000. When you have like 20,000 and you are a big first responder, like, why do you have a fucking chick answering your fucking people and talking to your people and your messages? Why don't you just do it yourself? Like, that seems like the right thing to do if you're in that field to me.
Yeah. And
They're not paying him. That's
you know,
why. You know why? They're not paying him. I'm sure he goes in Patreon, but he never did. I mean, I know he wasn't very active in this one, but I'm sure if there's money involved, then when it's just regular dudes trying to reach out, it seems to be very hard to. He doesn't do that.
hey, I'm gonna back out and change the date since no one reminded me that it's not the 17th.
It can be the 17th. Welcome back. Don't forget to check out the best clothing line in the network, CopvilleOG.com. Use code ANTIHER15 for 15% off all your cool stuff. Welcome back, man.
Yes, there's some other topics I wanted to cover. Obviously, the Afroman trial is he won it. The jury, what is it called? Well, they favored him and his
they were suing him for damages, and they said no.
Yeah, and they said the deputies are actually public figures, and they can't be protected under that because, which is fucking hilarious, dude. They got
I mean, again, that's the fucking just cops are stupid. Like doing, and you're gonna play the other stuff, the argument. Are you gonna play all that? Between the two guys? I saw you uploading the videos.
I played all.
Dominic and Fit Responder.
Oh yeah. That's the next thing I was gonna get into.
That's what I'm saying, because that kind of this kind of fits into that because, god damn it, cops are stupid, and they're a really good guy. And I hate when I say that, but there aren't. They're dudes. There's a small percentage that are fucking monsters. You don't hear from them. They post a few pictures and some cool shit, but they're out there busting their dick all the time. And then there's the
monsters as a good thing, right?
Monsters is a good thing. Very good dudes that do very hard shit and don't get recognition. They do it for the game. They're silent. And then you have the majority, and I mean, when I say majority, I'm going in the 90s of just shit, dude. You know it, every shit. So I kind of I started to post my own rant, but I'm getting more mature as I get really older. Like the last two shade sessions, I got left out of. I got left out of your meme, and I got left out of this back and forth. And I almost inserted myself because I have an opinion for both, and I'll say it on here when after you play them.
Okay.
Because there's a reason why Ted responds, and there's also some validity what Dominic is saying.
All right, so I'm gonna go in order. It was Dominic's post first, right?
Yeah.
It was this is what came first.
Yes. And it says cops are only
Go
the
ahead.
cops are the only ones who think it's a flex saying I've got 30 years on the job. Completely accurate. Yes, 30 years of the easiest profession on the planet that is more repetitive than any other profession. Answer calls, turn corners, look at probable cause, make streets, make arrests, write reports, deal with the bubble. It goes on the list, pretty much everything that comes with the job. Now, is it the easiest job in the world? No. It is at the core, and we'll go cover it. It's I'd rather, it's pretty easy if you do it right. Yeah. There's bad days and there's bad things and there's catastrophic events that will make it completely bad, but it's a pretty easy job if you have a brain.
Yeah, and the repetitive side of it is there, and we do touch on the fact that it is very mundane most of the time, and we do touch on the fact a lot that it does suck when you have to go from 0 to 100 at the gas station with a coffee in your hand, and we've always recognized that, but that does not take away from the fact that 95% of the time you're doing absolutely nothing and not really required to do anything.
No. Listen, and I had my moments where I did a lot of stuff, and I had my times where I was like, hey, like when I went to the detective division the first time, 2016, I got in that ridiculous shape. I cut down, I competed in that show. I got down to like 4% body fat. I will tell you, I'll be honest with you. My focus was the gym. Now, if I got cases, I was working them, but I pretty much sat at a desk, could peck away at a computer, eat on time every day, go to the gym at the same time, zero variation. Very easy. Very easy. Now, could I got a homicide at 3 a.m.? Of course. Could take a curve. I said it last night. You stay out late. What can you do? You come in and fucking bounce under a tree and do nothing all day. Bigger the agency, way more opportunity to do nothing. What job cutting grass for the county, Publix, fucking Wawa, where you can just go to work and be like, hey, I'm gonna sit in this fucking corner all day and do absolutely nothing, and it's acceptable. So, but then there's the other side. I'm not knocking that all the bad things can happen. We're seeing it every day. We see the bad things that can happen. That's the exception. So there's not many jobs, like Steve says, self-proclaimed heroes, but for a pension and a paycheck, there's not many jobs where you can go sit and do nothing, literally, and make $100 grand. So he's not all the way wrong. It's definitely not the easiest job in the world, though. And I think he was kind of being, facetious.
Well, you touched on it a little bit on night shift last night. I just was getting shitty service, but I think I caught all of it. When you're like, it's a little bit of a mixture of Dom's smart enough to where he knows how he needs to get his message out. So he's going to put it in a paper airplane called Dominic Izzo and throw it out there. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't like the delivery, and
it worked.
Yeah, because when you get people now, there's a little bit of behind the scenes. I don't know in this particular situation. I don't know if Dominic Izzo and Ted from Fit Responder mutually exchanged like messages like, hey, let's do a beef. I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I know they were following each other. I don't know that I don't believe that to be true. If it
I love that when people stop following each other, like, fuck you, I'm not gonna follow you anymore.
Yeah. No, they were following each other. I don't know if they stopped, but I know that they are following each other. I noticed that yesterday.
But that's something I would like to know, if it was a little bit of a, not choreographed, but a respect thing. Like, hey, I'm going to respond to your video and I expect you to respond to mine, and I'm going to keep it respectful. Because I didn't see anything. All I saw was both of them. And what I love is the fact that I don't think Dominic even said Ted's name at all in the second one. Ted says,
yeah.
Like, I think that's really that's kind of a good dig. But this is Ted's response to Dominic.
Y'all know this guy, Dominic Izzo, former cop. Some of the stuff he talks about I like. I love that he's promoting better cops, fitness, and law enforcement. Some of the things he says, such as women cannot be good police officers in the field, obviously ridiculous. But this is a new one for me, like all time crazy. I've got 30 years.
Oh, you're mean. And
I'm not mean. I'm sorry. I have to pause it. I have to apologize. I'm sorry for being mean, Heather.
I don't think you're mean.
Thanks.
Mike doesn't think I'm mean. You can't hear Mike right now. What'd you say, Mike? Oh my God.
Mike is not, he's not a monster like you.
Yeah, I'm not a monster like you, Mike.
You stop.
Oh, come on. We gonna have feet pics out here in a minute, or what are we doing?
Yeah,
come back to the show.
We just look like Lily and Jimmy.
Oh my God. Fuck you. Who said that?
Me.
Oh. I was like, they're fucking out of the Patreon.
All right, here's more of Ted on Dominic.
Years on the job, he's saying that's silly to brag about that as a cop because 30 years of the easiest profession on the planet. Wait, stop, dude. You're saying being a cop is the easiest profession on the planet? Dominic loves making like absolute statements without nuance, right? Like absolutely no female on the planet can be an excellent, effective officer in the field. That would be a belief of his. He says it all the time. There should be no females on patrol as a police officer, period. Hang on. If it's the easiest job on the planet, you still think they can't do it? That's weird, right? But here's the thing. He can't accept that there are some females who actually can be great police officers. He also can't accept the fact that being a police officer can be one of the most difficult jobs on the planet. In my 11-year law enforcement career, I worked some assignments and areas that were easier, and then I worked in some assignments and beats and whatnot.
That is kind of a weird flex, because when I say I worked 9 years in law enforcement, I don't use it as a take what I'm saying like as scripture. I say it as in like I do know a little bit of what I'm talking about.
Well, go ahead. I'm gonna cook. You got me there.
You want me to keep going? All right.
Yep.
They were very challenging and I'm stressed out and working all day. And this is the truth about first responders is depending on where you're at and what your assignment is, it could be easy. It could be very difficult. And as a first responder fitness coach, I have spoken to thousands of first
That's the point
responders,
right
and this
there.
is what I hear. Some cops have
That's the point right there. As a first responder fitness coach, just remember that. Go ahead.
easy jobs. Others are getting into nonstop action, and they are in foot pursuits and fights and getting spit on and shootings and horrible crime scenes and PTSD. Like, honestly, I don't know how you're going to win over cops and convince them of your rhetoric if you're going to tell all of them that, hey, you have the easiest job on the planet. Like, frankly, that's insulting to many of you out there. I'm sure it is, because I've spoken to so many cops whose mind and body has been damaged significantly from how difficult this frickin' job can be. So I just want to give a shout out to you first responders out there. Yes.
So I will say this before you cook. Yes, the job is extremely damaging to both mind and body for cops. And guess who's out there trying to change that?
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah. And the conversation is there. You know, I've thought about this all day yesterday. I recorded 2 videos I didn't post outside the gym after I worked out at Crunch.
Oh, man, you're like writing letters and putting them in the drawer.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm trying to stay out of it. So I'll do it here because these are the loyal people. And I was driving home last night and I'm looking at the construction guys working at like midnight in 95 with cars going by at 90. And I'm like, they can get taken out at any moment. Not that that makes it easier. Here's my take on this. One, Ted is a businessman, right? Dominic doesn't give a fuck, just like we don't. We have sponsors, we have followers, but I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just we
don't have to worry about pandering to an entire, like, sounding offensive. Like, I can sit there and say women are terrible cops and I don't have to worry about.
Ted has a business, and part of his business is to sell workout programs. And like Andy Frisella apologized to that fucking dumb bitch Haley Mirabelli because he's like, oh shit, I pissed off females. So Ted has an interest in all this. Is it the easiest job on earth? No, it's very easy though. The most part of this job is very easy. I have a lot more years than that, and I did a lot of things. Who cares, right? I know there's very easy days and I know they're difficult. When you have a business, and to me, he's white knighting for, first of all, cops, but he really twists it to the female thing because he brings the female thing up and it's not in that text or in that message because he's probably got a lot of female clients. I know firsthand what it looks like to be a real female cop. I know what it looks like, and it's extremely difficult. And that's where I don't have any sympathy for the females. Can hate me. They can say whatever they want. They're not performing, and they're not prepared to perform at a high level. And they're not. We see it every day. I know what that level looks like, and it's fucking difficult because what she does, it would be hard for me to keep up with that level of training and that level of commitment in a smaller frame and all that stuff. So he's white knighting for a business, and it's a good attack. A lot of people don't like Izzo. To me, it's like a low-hanging fruit. Let me get out there and say something about a guy that everybody doesn't like. I sound like I'm being a hero for everybody, and
he is white knighting. That's a good way to say it.
That's what he's doing, and it's a business decision, a very smart business decision, and that's what I want to point out is this is just a smart business decision. Go after the guy nobody likes. You know who I saw in there? I don't give a fuck anymore. Megan McCarthy had the balls to chime in. Megan fucking McCarthy had the balls.
Mind you, both of I don't know. I'll get ahead of it. Both Ted and Megan have been on Anti-Hero.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Megan fucking McCarthy gets in like rah rah rah. She got her fucking gun taken away, dude. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. She got her gun taken away. Sit this one out. Sit it out. Don't.
Just sometimes, like when you're in a fight, when you want to get in an argument with your wife and you're like, oh, fuck that one up real bad. I'm gonna let that one go. Like, there's gonna be another.
Happens all the time. Happens all the time. But it's just, and that's where it's like this hodgepodge of internet shit where people just flap their mouth in comments. Let the two men fight it out. You're probably not the one to get into this women debate. You got famous after the fact. You then decided to start training after the fact instead of beforehand. And I'm glad nothing happened to her. I don't wish any harm to anybody, but I'd probably sit that one out. and let the two dudes discuss it. But that's what it looked like to me. Was that's a good time for Ted to strike against a guy that is saying some controversial shit, drives up the numbers, drives up engagement, and it's smart. I just don't agree with what he's saying. Like females it's very difficult for a female to
What
be.
do you think about when he said, females, you're saying that this is the easiest job on the planet, yet you say females still can't even do it. And I was like, if he doubles down on it, that's even worse, that females still can't do the easiest
he's
job.
saying if it's the easiest job in the world, I think what Ted is saying is they should be able to do it, but they clearly still can't in that context. And I don't. Izzo and I disagree about a lot of things. I am okay with ripping people out car doors and windows if they don't sign a ticket or they throw it and they litter and it's illegal. I'm taking you to fucking jail. I'm taking you to jail for open container if you're going to fucking act like an asshole when I try to give you a break. He thinks that's wrong. We went at it pretty good on him the other day about it. But I can't argue the women thing. It's just statistically what we're seeing, what he's showing is that there's a huge problem. It's not the easiest job on earth though. And I think he was doing exactly what he wanted it to do. Was
there's three things that we can't ever talk about. We kind of joke, but like women not being good cops because it's a men's role. It's predominantly a men's role. It's a lot of physical attributes you have to have, a lot of fighting, a lot of life or death situations maybe in one's career, like getting your gun taken away from you and possibly used against you. There's things like that. Then there's other things like you can't challenge or you can't bring up the fact of like statistics and crime rates. And maybe the people that do the crimes, or you can't bring up like anything of history about World War II and the back end of why we were quote unquote there, because people have been conditioned that's, even though we all think a certain way. Like I was on Liberty Risk yesterday and they're great dudes and they were kind of asking, it was really cool. I think I'm going to go on Patreon Live later and talk about it, but they were asking me how the 99% came to be. And I was like, we and Mike just became authentic as we could. And it kind of became its own thing. And they actually, somebody from the 99% actually came up with a name. We did it. And they were like really intrigued about our support group and, our 99%. And it made me feel really proud. I was like, man, we got so much support that other people are like, I would love to have a group of dudes. And I'm like, well, we're there. Like, we're not on some plateau over them. We're all the same. I was like, I think that's why, because me and Mike are so real with them. And anyways, he was asking, and I was like, well, I'll tell you what. I was like, they were asking about the show. I go, let's imagine you're in a room, right, of 100 of your supporters of Liberty Risk. Let's just say you bring 100 of them in the room, and you say, everybody close their eyes and go, how many of you think one demographic is louder than the other demographic? And raise your hand. And then open your eyes. 99 out of 100 people are going to have their hand in their ears because we all believe it. We all believe it, but we're terrified to say it. And outside of being canceled on platforms, you don't really have to worry about, if you're already kind of counterculture, you don't have to worry about being canceled. Your sponsors know who you are. Your listeners know who you are. The people that come on your show know who you are. And as long as you get good views, the sponsors and the other guests, they don't care. They'll come on anybody's show.
Yeah. And it's across the board. It's like the whole thing about the cops, like the whole tone alert argument is like, I get enough messages that I'm spot on about that. Most guys, you did it. You walk around the agency and go, dude, these guys are all shitbags, dude. Like I work with a bunch of shitbags. They won't go say it. Most guys won't go say to the shitbags, but they're all thinking it. I think we're kind of saying out loud what everybody's thinking. And you know it. All the guys at work are like, I can't believe I got this fucking chick as my backup. Like, I can't believe, but they're not going to say it out loud. They're not going to go to the sergeant and be like, hey, this chick's garbage. They're scared.
That sergeant even knows, but he won't say anything.
The lieutenant even knows. Somebody who protects them. And you're like, yeah, don't say that one level up, or the captain who knows her dad and they play golf together. Yeah. He's going to fucking fire you if you get caught saying that. And I'm not saying no females can be cops. That's not my answer. My answer is, I know what it looks like to be the exception of that female cop. And I know for a fact these chicks we're seeing on the internet getting hired and working are not even putting in a 1% of the work it takes to be decent, not even close. And the men aren't. And that is the always argument. Well, the men aren't either. No, but a normal average size male can fake it a little bit because of strength, size, and all that stuff. You at 109 pounds, 5 foot, 109 pounds, you can't really fake it because you can't pretend you're going to beat me up because I'm going to go, well, that ain't happening. So what's next? Like, what's the next stop?
Well, they also men are holding men accountable. I know of one female cop, and it might just because I don't know any, and I'm okay with that. But I know one female cop that's trying in a healthy and constructive way hold female cops accountable, and that's your wife JoJo. That's it. I don't see a large group of women, meme pages, support groups going, ladies, let's get this shit. Like, let's change this. But men are doing that. We have entire fucking shows based on fat dudes need to get out of law enforcement, or me and you discuss mag light over BJJ over and over again into the point where it's probably monotonous to people, but we're still trying to make change. And
I can make a shirt that says defund fat cops. That's a general statement, right? Everybody probably assumes male, right? If I say defund fat cops, everybody thinks of men. If I make the same shirt that says defund fat females or female, like everybody, oh boy, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like, you can't, can you say that? Like, it's like, but you can, but it's like right away, it's going to be a problem. And dude, I'm telling you, dude, I live in, 200,000, 180,000 people, whatever we got, 300-400 cops. In this kind of, dude, they promoted a chick to sergeant, dude. It's the most diabolical promotion I've ever seen. Never worked, never did anything, and she's working patrol. And it's like, how does this happen? How does this happen? Yeah, she just got promoted, dude. It's so bad, man, so bad. And then it's like, well, and I've heard the sheriff say this himself. They promoted a guy to the courthouse when I first, about 10 years ago, 8 years ago. When they did it, they basically said, this guy he can barely speak English. He's Asian. And they promoted him. He was number one. Obviously, he takes the test very well. 100 on his test score every time. So, like, we got to promote him. So they put him in the courthouse. He can't fuck that up, right? Just got to show up and stand at the door. Well, eventually, we got a new sheriff, and the new sheriff comes in and goes, we're getting rid of all law enforcement in the courthouse. We're putting all corrections. This guy goes to patrol. He didn't have to be a cop. No, he's a sergeant. He ended up getting demoted. I actually got his position. It's a very bad position to get because I got demoted. But I took his spot. But you can't have you can't hide a sergeant. Like, I'm going to move her to community affairs. Like, I'll move her there. She'll be a sergeant of a unit that does nothing. Well, what happens when that time runs out and then you got to go put her on the road? Never got any use of force, never been in a critical incident, never went in a stack to the door, never pursued anybody. So how does she authorize or unauthorized a pursuit? Nothing across the board. And I'm only saying that about females because that happens to males too. I'm only saying that about females because that's the only reason she got promoted was she's a female.
Yeah.
So,
we're going to take a quick commercial break. And then I'm going to go. I have to get coffee, but I have to go downstairs a little bit. I'm going to try and get it done in the 2.5 minutes.
When I come back, it's 1.5 minutes, and I'll take care of it when you get back.
All right. BRB.
Over a century ago in 1910, the Flexner Report, funded by John D. Rockefeller and the Carnegie Foundation, re-engineered medical education from a holistic, whole-body approach, which appropriately treated the body as an interconnected system, to a compartmentalized approach under the guise of specialized medicine. They shut down or consolidated medical schools, marginalized naturopathic, homeopathic, and chiropractic medicine, replacing them with symptom management and synthetic drugs. Allopathy is a marketing strategy rooted in fear and manipulated science. This philosophy carried into veterinary medicine, resulting in over-vaccination, unnecessary surgeries, and manufactured food, just like they did for people. They call it care, but it's predatory and based in profitability. The truth? Toxicity, compromised immunity, and chronic inflammation. They're not fate. They're engineered. And so is your power to undo them. We built 3 targeted formulas to return the body to homeostasis for pets and people, to detox, defend, and restore. We are the correction to decades of corruption. We are vengeance.
And we're back. Tyler's not back. I'll bring him back in. I'll even do his ad for him as soon as I can find it. Don't forget to check out countercultureinkthreads.com. Use code antihero for 15% off. Get your, I think the night shift shirt's on Antihero, but you get your ride or die shirts in there. You can get your counterculture hats, all your cool gear. Go to countercultureinkthreads.com. Use code antihero for 15% off. And he's back. I already did your counterculture ad for you, man.
You've been doing good, man. The also brought to you by Crave. Go to trycrave.com. Use promo code antihero15. Save 15% on the Crave gummies. They're super delicious. You need creatine, up to 30% more power, 30% more size in your muscles, and the overall studies coming out for better brain function with creatine in your diet. I've been eating those things this whole week. I actually made a video that I got to put on Instagram because you don't really realize how what do you call that? Easy it is to carry creatine with you when they're in a bag of gummies. So you go to trycrave.com, use promo code antihero15, save 15%. And Flatline Fiber Co. Go to flatlinefiberco.com, use promo code antihero15, save 15% on their slings, rifles, IFAKs, slings, rifle slings, IFAKs, dump pouches, the base bags that you shoot. They are a trusted source of slings for lots of police agencies, lots of military units, and civilian shooters use their stuff. So Chad's a great dude. He's in the fight against the big companies, and he's a big supporter of ours. So if you need anything rifle, go to flatlinefiberco.com. Use promo code antihero15, save 15%. And Goon Tape. Go to goontape.com. Use promo code antihero15, save 15%. Everything is restocked on Goon Tape, by the way. Promo codes are working now. I don't know what was the problem. There was some kind of weird issue.
It was saying like it doesn't work for that product. I think they forgot to check like
Yeah.
which products the code was working for.
Because they had to restock it. So, but yeah, go to Goon Tape. You need some tape for your weapon, tape for your workout stuff, tape for your kid's hockey stick. It's all, it works for primarily made for your weapon because it's moisture activated and it doesn't get slippery when it's wet, but you can use it for anything. Our family uses it for pretty much everything we need tape for. So goontape.com, use promo code antihero15, save 15%. Want to get into that Boston thing?
All right, I just checked. That code is absolutely not working.
No. Are you serious?
Yep. It says.
Can you take a screenshot and send it to me?
Yeah. Let's go into. Do you have the Trump thing?
I don't have anything for that.
Okay. The little one-liner he dropped. We talked about it last night. We played it.
I didn't see it.
Go to here, I'll get it. Instagram.
Trump said something. Was it a tweet?
No, it was a video. We played it on night shift. I'll play it on. Right. Do.
I'm texting Adam from Goon Tape now.
Here we go. Here is President Trump, but as only he could be.
No, Japan and US are very good friends. But one question: why didn't you tell US allies in Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran? So we are very confused about the Japanese system.
Well, one thing, you don't want to signal too much. You know, when we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay, right? You know, he's asking me. Now you believe in surprise, I think much more so than us, and we had to surprise him, and we did. And because of that surprise, we knocked out the first 2 days. We probably
the dude is absolutely.
You're bitching about how we didn't let the world know about Iran.
Yeah, and then he made the joke that you guys didn't tell us about Pearl Harbor. I mean, fuck, dude. I mean, dude. I mean, I don't know how he comes up with this shit. Like on the fly.
That is fucking hilarious, dude.
I thought he was going Nagasaki or Hiroshima.
Yeah.
I was be like, hey, remember that surprise we had for you guys? Like,
yeah.
I thought that's where he was going when he said that shit. But what a fucking maniac, dude. What a maniac.
What did you guys cover? Oh, I missed it. I know you guys did. You guys cover that dude? That dude stepping down from the counter-terrorism.
Yeah, Kent. We TC talked about it a little bit. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I think there's more issues. Like they're saying, I think almost like Tucker Carlson's issues. They're saying maybe he was communicating some things that he shouldn't have been, and a weird turn. Like I don't know, man. I just got the update on Fox News too. We're sending that CC covered it last night. We're sending like another 2,500 troops over. The Marines are all right off the beach, or they're headed there.
Man, that's crazy that we can get into a war that nobody wants to be in.
I'm here. Maybe. I mean, obviously, like he keeps saying, you can't follow the boats through the strait. Maybe they're going to secure. They're going to. I think they're going to start with. We're just going to secure this little part right here. We're going to draw the line. We're going to go, hey, we're going to secure this area around the strait so that the boats can get through. And then I think eventually they'll be like, oh, wait a second. We ended up in the capital. Like, whoops.
We're playing just the tip.
Yeah, we didn't mean it, but we ended up like taking over the whole country over here. Hey, man. So
be interesting, dude.
Maybe we'll aerosol it in, you know.
Like we said before, man, we can sit here as old dudes and we can sit here as a nation and sit here as parents and sit here and say we don't want to send anybody. We don't want to send our young or our sons. And then the 22-year-old Marines are like, yeah, we'll go.
Yeah.
We want to go fuck shit up. And a lot of people don't like us saying that, but you don't get 22-year-old kids to go sign up and go through all of that shit just to sit on a boat. They want to go to war. That's
yeah, Paris Island being screamed at for fucking 4 months. They're like, hey, let me go fucking bite somebody's fucking nose off in war and fucking go crazy. Like they're ready. Did you see the story? Did you see the story about they're fucking terrible, Iran? Let me find it. They fucking, where's it at? When the people are like, and I know we can't go fight everybody's war, and it's up, you know, things, but there's a story. They publicly hung like two prominent young athletes yesterday.
Iran.
They had two athlete like wrestlers that are like world class, like Olympic wrestlers, like very big in the community, well known in Iran. And they, from what I read, they tortured them into confession that they were against God, basically against the nation, and God hung them in public like yesterday.
Wow.
And I guess we know they're killing people left and right? So let me not be stupid. Like everybody that died, terrible, right? Obviously, when somebody dies, it's got some knowledge, or you know who they are. It always holds a little more weight. So they showed these poor two guys like sitting there waiting to get hung, like in this courtroom, and they like sped the whole thing up. It wasn't like our justice system. It was 13-hour confession of like, I was told torture from what I read, like bad, convicted immediately and taken right outside and fucking. And these are like young athletes that are like good people.
How does Iran still have like a government like that? I thought we were.
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, how the fuck is Iran hanging people? And even if it's a bogus trial, like, I guess they're still on. I thought it was on World Star. I'm trying to find the article. Oh, you know what? I sent it to my wife. Hold on, let me find it. Let me find it.
Oh, Joe Kent's interview on Tucker is goated. I have to watch that.
Here we go. I'll put it up.
Nick said he can answer that.
Share screen. Share.
19-year-old, man.
Here we go. So, 19-year-old Iranian wrestler and rising national talent was executed by hanging on March 19th in Qom after his arrest during anti-regime protest on January 8th. He represented Iran internationally, securing a medal at the 2024 Stanley Cup freestyle wrestling. Human rights groups reported that the conviction for allegedly taking the life of a security officer came from confessions obtained under torture when his family highlighted an alibi and inconsistencies in the case. So they basically took this guy's famous, because I think they condemned like the women's national soccer team. They called them like traitors now. So they like took somebody famous and go, okay, bitch, you want to like protest against the government and say something bad, and they fucking took from January to March 19th to convict him and hang him in public.
Jeez, man.
So that's where I get into like, you know, Mr. Communist, and that everybody feel bad for everybody. Like, do you not feel bad for like people like this guy that's getting hung for no reason? And I mean, I know he can't go to war every time somebody's hung, but these are horrible people.
Yeah, and I mean, how better to send a message of fear than to hang somebody that was gonna do, like, if I was the leader of Iran and I want everybody to fear me, I would go, see this guy? He was gonna make Iran look good. I just fucking killed him. I don't care about any of y'all.
It'd be like going grabbing one of our good baseball or football players, going, "Hey, we're gonna take this guy's dead. Like he talked bad about the country. We're gonna kill him."
Yeah.
Now what? Now he's gone. Now you can't play. Now you can't play fantasy football with him. I look at that guy. And I just it make that kind of stuff. That I mean, that's not nice.
Not nice.
And then the whole country's dealing with that.
I mean, they've killed a lot of fucking people.
Yes. Yes.
Motherfucking dude. All right, I'm sending a link to somebody.
He said Heather's being loud, man.
I'm fucking trying to do this from a hotel room. I got my 13-year-old sleeping over there, my 7-year-old rolling around in bed over here, my wife in the bathroom putting on makeup, because as soon as I'm done with this, I've got to pack up and go. Like me and my oldest are leaving tonight, and they're staying another couple days, my youngest and Heather. So
LAX?
No, we're going to like John Wayne Airport, which is a little bit less of a fucking conundrum to get through.
Direct flight?
Yeah, 5 hours, red eye, boom, back home.
To a nice studio ready to go.
Thanks, bud. All right.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's him.
I see him.
What's up?
You look different. You change your clothes. You got a different hat on.
Who is this guy?
Shower.
Who's
I went
this
home,
guy?
shit, shower, shave, and shoot.
Wow.
I didn't
Where you
shave,
going?
though.
Where you going now?
Buy drugs. Meeting the plug.
Would
Going to
you?
the Dollar-
I
going
saw
to the
you.
Dollar
Saw
Tree.
you. I saw you in the comments saying that you have an answer for that.
Yeah, so CC explained it last night too. Iran is made up of like individualized units. So if you cut the head off the snake of Iran, the body still lives and still has their marching orders. You know, it's an ideology rooted in terror. They know what to do. So you have these localized police, you know, quote unquote police, which is more or less military. and they're just carrying out the order of the day. That has been the order of the day for the last 47 years. If you're rioting, you're going to get killed. Suppression, terror. They took someone notable and say, hey, look, this guy did so much good for Iran. We're going to fucking kill this guy. What do you think we're going to do to you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all it is. And he made a point. It's hard to kill an ideology, but when the majority of the populace doesn't agree with the ideology, there's some life there that you can kill an ideology when the populace doesn't believe in it. And that's the case with Iran. But the Kurd fighters that they armed, I guess that fizzled out. I haven't heard much about that. I know they were trying to come in through the north and invade Iran. I guess they still had enough proxies and units to fight that back. I haven't heard a damn thing about it. All I heard were the Kurds were armed. They were invading from the north, and I haven't heard a damn thing since.
Somebody hates Nick's work. This guy's real upset.
Terror, power, world.
Because I look at this, like North Korea, we were talking about that yesterday. I think the president won the re-election by 99.93% of the vote.
Yeah.
And it's like, who are the points that they're like, well, their population just subtracted by 0.07. If you didn't vote for them, you're fucking toast.
So this is a true story. In North Korea, if your house is on fire, there is a picture of the supreme leader in every house. If you do not get that picture out, your family, your relatives, and generations to come will be interned in an internment camp, and your life is over. You'll be executed, and the rest
you
of your family
create
will be.
commit a crime, they take your whole bloodline. Your whole family goes for the rest of their lives.
That's a fucking picture. You need to get the picture of the supreme, of Kim Jong-un out of the house, or you're done, and generations of your family's done.
You know what? I like that style. I like that style of leadership. When I come on here, I want to be greeted a certain way. I don't want to be waited on. I don't want to be waiting on other guys to finish their rant. I want the supreme leader to be acknowledged, and then I want to be commended, and then you can't talk behind my back when I get off.
Well, listen, you have a great throat tattoo.
Yesterday.
Yeah, you have a great throat tattoo. You're awesome. You got a great physique. You're showing off your muscles the other day, man. You look awesome.
I was.
Got a little wing back going on.
Nick hasn't slept in days, man. He didn't look at the right screen. He was looking at the wrong fucking shit. Too much
I was my boss. I know you are too. You guys both look great.
I don't look great. Tyler's fucking.
You look like you had a rough week, man.
Yeah, I did. I'm fucking the glue, man. The glue.
You look like you had a rough week. I don't know how that looks on somebody.
I got screamed at for fucking not bringing Tyler and to interrupt a fucking conversation.
Looks like Mike's been delivering papers uphill all week long.
Fucking threw his fucking phone down, and he picked up some fucking.
I dropped it out of being so surprised and shocked.
I didn't catch Peach's thing. I'll have to watch that back. I didn't catch Peach's statement.
He goes, "You fucking kidding me?" I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" But I assume he was making a joke about it. All right, bye.
And I told you, I did this strategic reinsertion of Nick into that. That was my WWE Vince McMahon.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I didn't know that was your take.
Yeah, I text soon as, if you guys don't know, on when the Kami and Nick went at it, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday morning.
Yeah.
I text Nick when I removed him and I said, start yelling and just go crazy, and I'm going to accidentally bring you back in, and it's going to interrupt the conversation.
You fucking hate capitalists.
Oh, yeah, it was perfect, dude. I fucking hit it. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Like, I fucking sent him. I was like, hey, start yelling, and I'm going to bring you back in. Tyler needs to make a glue shirt. Yeah, we do need that. We need an aerosol shirt. What was the other one?
No, we had a good one where it was glue. It was me eating it.
And now I'm the glue. I'm the glue holding this fucking thing together. Aerosol, and then there was something. What did somebody said it yesterday? Hold on. The fuck was it?
Oh, I gotta talk to you about some
hold on.
Merch opportunities.
No. Go ahead. On here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. It's not that big. Nothing really changes. It's just the guys that I was with, they run a merch supply store, and I was asking them how they,
yeah, that's right. Okay.
I was
yeah.
asking them how they compete with drop shipping, and they're like, we can't. They're like, we actually had to base a new business model off of we do now print on demand. And I was like, so you guys would essentially be the drop shippers. He's like, yeah, we take over, we go in the back end of your website and we fulfill all shipping like they would. And
Yeah,
he's like,
Printify.
I was like, what's the um what's the benefit for us? And he was like, well, I would be your direct liaison. If there was an issue with an order, they would talk to me rather than have to go through Shoppa or Printify. I was like,
It would come down to the only good thing with them is shipping would
oh,
probably be better.
and they said they bill us at the end of the month. We keep everything, as opposed to they take from as we get it. They do the
Yeah,
reverse.
you get invoice. Yeah, that's how my Zintins and all that stuff is done. I get a bill at the end of the month for everything that's sold, and then I pay the difference. But I think what would be better with them is Shopify and Printify don't give a shit about shipping and checking the better rates. They just charge you whatever the fuck they want to charge you. Where if you have a Pirate Ship account, and these guys probably do, you can use Pirate Ship and get better shipping rates, which would probably help cost. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, between all of us, I was like, we have a lot of dudes. We all use drop shipping because he wants counterculture, but he's like, ideally, yes, a company wants to get inventory, but he's like, to get there is just nobody does it right now. And I was like, yeah, I was like, Anti-Hero, I was like, Mike, I was like, Justin, Nick, I was like, everybody's got shops, but no one's gonna hold no inventory.
Only way to be the only, and it's not terrible. It would have to be. We're not there yet, but we could get there. Would be you can get one of those printers for $4,000, $5,000 for like a real good shirt printer, and then you just buy the regular just the shirt blanks, and we do our own print on demand. It's possible. It's not terrible, dude. I'm telling you, the girl I almost went with here in Vero, I still may go back when we go to South Carolina, see her and just have her do me up like a bulk order. It's not terrible. And we could fit it in the back.
I'm not doing that. Are you gonna stay after you just drove fucking
3
hours?
Yeah.
Do a 2-hour broadcast.
I got a feeling I'm gonna end up being there Wednesdays now because I know we got some guests lining up that are gonna probably be in studio stuff, and it seems like I'd rather do guests in studio if we can.
Yeah.
So
let's fucking pay Lewis more than
malfunction.
According to my calculations, I worked 17 minutes over
No,
on Monday.
Dude, Lewis is. I think you and Jimmy are like the problem. Lewis has been on the ball, man. Lewis is like, maybe he's probably nervous with both of us there. Like he seemed like he knows the other person is not like the boss, so he's only got one boss to worry about. And he was doing good. He like one time during the show, I looked over and he was like, he was starting to go on his phone, and then he switched the camera, and I gave him the old. I didn't say anything. I just gave him the old. And he put the phone down, and then that was it. And it's funny that he likes to be on camera, but he doesn't want to say it. Like I saw the end of the show coming, and I started looking at the watch, and we ran over. We went till like 10 after, and he was looking, and I'm looking, and I could see him like picking his Rubik's Cube, like waiting for me to say, "All right, Lewis, come over here."
Shift.
Yeah, last night he was like starting to get antsy because he knew the Rubik's Cube was there, and he brought it, and then he like he wants to do it, but he doesn't want to tell you, but he's like, man, that Rubik's Cube really looks cool right there. And he was like starting to get excited about it. Then he ripped off like a 9.3 last night, man. Just smoked it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
10,
Yeah, he had a good one. He had a good one. And then he messed up once and he was showing everybody's thumb. He's like, Mom, I got a little injury in the thumb. He was shaking the thumb around. I love it, dude. I love it.
Yeah, so we'll have to. I would love to do more in studio. I mean, obviously, we've talked about the main goal. The main goal when we're fully up and financially running great is every day in studio. But then things have to change because I know Mike's not staying for night shift on Thursday, so we'd have to come up with like a new night shift or a new host. Or
stay now already?
Huh?
I already do stay. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying in the future, if this was a 5-day a week operation, you're not coming back Monday morning.
I'd have to sleep. I would have to sleep, and I would just stay there Thursday night, Friday, and then leave. I could just
Ooh,
I could
that's
get hammered
I-
drunk and sleep on the
I
couch.
remember
and-
you looking at me dead in the face and go, "I'm not staying here."
I mean, if there's things involved that are if the business is booming, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I think Gator is going to be a staple pretty much on night shift. That's what's
We've
cool.
been looking for motherfuckers to be stable.
Yeah,
Matt
he's
doesn't
like
show up every week. I'm not hiding it anymore. Matt every week cancels on us. Oh, I have a client at the gym.
9
I'm going to
p.m.
be there next week. No, I'm going to be there every single week. Matt cancels on us. So at the end of the day, it's like we didn't put it in his contract that he has to show up X amount of night shifts. We probably should, and we could probably alter it. But
I think Gator is going to be a pretty. I felt bad for CC. CC got me real good last night. I didn't realize this. So I was saying this. And you started it, but the show. But I remember when I first started coming on, you get that like new date feeling. You're like, I want to see her every night. I want to go out. So I was like, let me come on. Then when you start driving twice a week, 2 hours each way, it's not as cool anymore. So I told CC, he came Monday. I told CC, I'm like, hey, I got Peach for Thursday, thinking I'm doing him a favor.
yeah,
Like, hey man, you're good. I don't take into consideration that he's breaking into the game and he wants to be. He's like, bro, man, I was gonna come. My wife was gonna come. We're gonna spend the whole day in Orlando. We were gonna go hosting and I'm like, you could have came too. We could have had 3 of us out here. And he's like, no, you told me not to come. I'm like, I didn't tell you not to fucking come. I'm like, I told you that Peach was already here, but he gave me the whole fucking sob story right on live on fucking night shift. Like I'm an asshole. And I'm trying to explain, like, I don't want to come. Like I want the show to, but I could be like, Tyler was like, hey, just stay. All right. Like, but I can see where
behind your desk.
I'll be like, oh, okay, bye. So no, but I was like, oh, dude, I feel terrible. Like my point to that was anybody that wants to come to the studio, you're absolutely welcome. Day shift, during the day, night shift, you can sit. You don't have to be on camera. Anytime you're close by, you want to come see us. Absolutely, that's what this is for.
Yeah, I'll see if CC wants to come Monday morning because as far as I know, Monday morning is just me and the correspondence. So
yeah, I mean you're invited. He's going to be on open mic at 3. Not that you're not going to be there, but maybe pop in and ask him, confirm it.
Well, I ask him on there. Yeah.
Yeah, put him on the spot. Be like, hey, I heard you were like real upset. Mike didn't want you
I've got an offer for you.
So yeah, CC's probably sleeping. He left late last night.
Yeah.
You know what?
Do you want to?
Do you know he wakes up and drinks a beer? Do you know he wakes up and drinks a beer?
Yeah, I know that. I wasn't going to say that, but
no, he talked about it last night, so I'm talking about it.
He told me that out in
I'm like,
in the parking lot.
Shake? I'm like, are you like? But not like a Bud Light or a fucking Michelob. He drinks like a IPA. I guess it's like coffee, maybe like morning coffee. It's like a flavorful, nice way to stop the
He
shake.
doesn't take heroin. He takes fentanyl. All right, he's
he's very light. He's a 5 milligram oxycodone. Snorts them. Doesn't shoot them up like all them scumbags. Just does it nice and easy. So
I'm getting Jimmy flashbacks. I've never seen CC drunk. I will say that.
No, he had 1 beer. Last night he had 1 beer.
Yeah.
He had 1 beer before he left. We got the pizza, had 1 beer. That was it.
Justin's telling you to look at your text messages.
Oh God.
And then Nick is saying, what the fuck?
Hold on. This is good. AI is the fucking genius. Send.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Hold on.
The Asian accents everybody's doing in the comments are pretty funny.
This is the newest item going up on Copville store. If you guys need to get yourself some, will be available today after the show. That is the glue that's holding this network together. We'll get you guys some. Just don't apply it to the wrong spot or you'll end up on the dollar menu for a long time. So get yourself some counterculture glue. You can use goon tape combined with the glue and really hold the network together completely. It's fun.
It's fun.
I have I have a great time. Just so everybody, I joke. I'm completely joking. It's a play. It's a Vince McMahon WWE play. I have no issue with this. I love you guys. Went live for a real good while yesterday. I was in the studio bored about an hour on Patreon yesterday, kind of shooting the shit with the 99.
You went an hour on Patreon?
It was pretty long. But
man,
yeah,
Mike's trying to do whatever he can before he goes on that 10-day cruise.
It's
he ain't gonna do shit.
7-day cruise. I think I'm gonna bring my computer, so we'll be live out there. Well, I'm gonna do it different this time too. I'm gonna go no excursions. I have no planned excursions. It's just gonna be completely wing it. If I end up kidnapped in like Jamaica, it's because I got in the wrong car and went with the wrong person to get jerk chicken, and I didn't make it back.
Yeah.
I heard another cool thing. I wanted to try it. My wife dared me, but I'm not going to do it. Apparently, you can't wear camouflage in any Caribbean country, and I didn't know this. And I have like camouflage shorts, and they say you will be like detained. So she's like, you should bring the glasses and fucking wear the camouflage. And I'm like, yeah, let's get arrested in fucking Jamaica.
I wouldn't fuck with that.
No, but I just can't believe I haven't done it because I have like 2 pairs of camouflage shorts. And I guess I just never.
Just by chance, you've never worn them.
By chance, I didn't wear them on a port day because they were serious. They're like, you'll be fucking detained, fined. It's like considered impersonating the military in that country.
I know
even a
that.
hat. No, I fucking
an American on a cruise line. How are you supposed to know that? They don't tell you that when you get off the ship.
My wife said that like that should be the fucking first announcement. Like, hey, don't fucking wear camouflage.
Or they should be like, hey, listen, we're not going to come to your fucking shitty country if you detain American citizens.
She also said that they probably, when you have to scan out when you go off the boat, you have to scan. They'll probably like, hey, dude, you can't wear those. But part of me wants to try it.
I know. I would be like,
I'm running down the dock.
American.
I'm not a fucking positive. I'm not a net positive. I'm not a net positive. Running down the fucking dock.
Can you imagine Jimmy on a cruise?
No. I saw a comment today. It was
dressed up like Afroman.
I don't know what kind of cruise it was, but it was African American people that went onto a beach and got some type of service like in another country from other African American people, and they didn't pay. And the people from the port destination beat the brakes off the people that didn't pay, and there was like video of it. And the caption was "When black meets blacker." I was like, they're beating them with chairs and shit. They're fucking beating the brakes off these tourists, these fucking Americans on the beach with fucking. They didn't pay. Dude picked up a fucking rock on the beach, was like trying to throw it at him. Like, there's no rules. There's no rules in some of those countries, man.
Did you want to touch upon before we end it? I'm gonna have to end it a little early today. I gotta fucking get out of here. Unless Mike wants to stay on and be the glue. I'm assuming he doesn't.
No, I'm done.
Did you?
I don't want.
Did you want to cover the Boston thing?
There's really not too much information. Yeah, you can cover it. There's no video out yet, but if you want to hit this real quick.
All right, let me add it.
Dozens of Boston police officers filled the Roxbury courthouse Thursday as their fellow officer Nicholas O'Malley was arraigned on the charge of manslaughter. It's reported that he shot and killed 39-year-old Stevenson King, who was the suspect in a Roxbury carjacking last week.
Commonwealth versus Nicholas O'Malley.
Assistant District Attorney Ian Pallenbaum and Defense Attorney Ken Anderson painted different pictures of what happened that night. Court documents indicate O'Malley and another responding officer parked behind the suspect, approached the car and gave several verbal commands to the suspect before Officer O'Malley told the suspect he was going to shoot him. At that point, it was reported the suspect backed into the cruiser behind him and tried to maneuver to escape police. That's when Officer O'Malley shot the suspect 3 times through the car window. The defense stated Officer O'Malley was concerned for the safety of his fellow officer, while the Commonwealth told the judge O'Malley's partner was in more danger from the shots fired than the driver's vehicle. Outside court, the Assistant District Attorney and Police Union President both addressed those comments.
This is that extremely unusual case, fortunately, where we do not believe that either the perception of danger if that was his perception or the actions he took in response were reasonable.
Do you believe? I don't take any, like, that guy is a career prosecutor. I'm not saying what happened. I haven't seen it yet, but that guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I can just tell from those shaking and fucking, like, he's never been on the street. He's never done anything. His perception really is nothing. That's like, I watch a bunch of cop movies and I'm going to go ahead and tell you what the perception is, because a guy that's never put his fucking feet on the ground, actually done the job, he's a fucking moron. Cop could be guilty. I don't know. That's my perception of that guy. So anyway.
Facts are going to come out. That officer was in fear of his partner. It's very easy on Monday morning to take a look at a body camera and try to determine what an officer felt from your point of view.
Body-worn camera footage was a big topic during Thursday's proceedings, though we're told neither the DA's office nor the police department will be releasing it to the public at this time.
You may be seated.
Dozens of
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's going to come down from. I got it from somebody up there, and I've been. I know my wife's following a little bit. And people are following it. It sounds like it's going to be a. I think it's going to look similar to like the Renee Good shooting. I don't know that he was ever in front. He alleges it's a carjacking. No, it's not a lady protesting.
Yeah,
and
we're kicking it off with a forcible felony.
You're going to have that. You're going to have that right down the middle. You're going to have. Make America Great Again is going to say, fuck that guy, shouldn't have been resisting, shoot them all. I get it. And then you're going to have, oh, that poor guy he was just trying to get away. He didn't deserve it. And then you're going to have people that try to see both sides of it and determine whether or not.
Are we gonna go full on? Are we going to make Officer O'Malley like our first like project? We got into Sal's thing kind of late.
I mean, I got to see it. I have to be 100% behind it. But if it is indeed looks to me,
hanging cops out to dry for doing their jobs, man.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what it is, then yes, I would. And I'm not as smart as my wife. There's a case law that's bouncing back and forth between the Supreme Court. That case that talks about leading up to the event or it occurred, what happens right at that moment. And some of the arguments, even the Supreme Court, she was reading it to me this morning, were like, well, what if the guy was going to pull away and merge into traffic and he could cause harm? You could shoot him. Like it was Kavanaugh, I believe, that said something very like they're getting in a lot of what ifs. And we can't go too far that way. Like I pull you over and you're going to flee. So it's like, well, we're near a busy road and you could go on the road and run over a little kid and there could be a little kid playing in the road and you kill him, so I'm going to shoot you. Like you can't go crazy with the what ifs and all these things can happen. You can't jump in front of the car. We know that. We know that that's not going to stop the car from fleeing. Even shooting them a lot of the times, even if you miss or you nick them, that's not going to stop them from fleeing. And then in Renee Good's case, you saw that they shot her and then she drove down the road, fucking sped down the road and crashed into something else. So it's like a lot of things can happen. And I think,
I think those what ifs though, you need to be able to say, I saw a kid on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
and I took the shot.
That's like saying a guy's running away from me and I can't see his hand, so I shot him in the back because he might have had a gun. Didn't see one. I never thought he had one, but I know a lot of people. I know a lot of guys are carrying guns, and maybe he had one. DA Izzo. We'll see what Izzo says. I'm sure he'll wait for the video to come out, and then we'll all wait, and we'll be divided. We'll figure it out. But if it indeed is justified, then we'll get behind that guy. Super chat from 6 Jedis. Great meeting Tyler in LA.
Dude, that was a fun day. I got pictures I'm gonna post of me and 6 Jedi. It was cool. They took care of my son, which is that's a cop thing right there that you just can't, like, when people say like, I'm just so in debt for you for what, the niceness he showed my family. Like they were really nice to my son, all the people that we met, he introduced us to. So it was really cool.
Awesome. Well,
all right.
I will not see you guys again unless there's an emergency broadcast over the weekend. So I appreciate you guys as always. I'm going to take a break next week. I'll jump on like Tyler and demand my fucking 5 minutes when I'm on a cruise ship. But I'll be on Patreon before we go. I'll give a little farewell before I hit the high waters of the Atlantic.
Is this a transfer of power?
You are now in charge of Anti-Hero Broadcast until next Monday. It's all yours.
I'm taking over the ship.
You got the ship. Yep, I will be at the casino. So appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you in a week.
See you guys Monday morning, live from the studio, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
JV team for life.